All right, so that was the second movement. Let's have a look at the third movement, which is your classic, your favorite. It's the burpee, right? Because we're gonna do lots of burpees today. Jeremy is ready for the burpees. Ah, Jer, come on, buddy, where you are? Jer, you gotta do your burpees, man. Come on, where are you? Jer, dude, I can see you. Jeremy, you're too big to hide behind plates. Yoko, have you seen Jeremy you're hiding in?
No.
Jared, we're looking for you for 5 minutes. I can clearly see you, Jared. Like, you don't have to start hiding from all the burpees. I can see you. The behavior is not tolerated.
I'm sorry.
Okay, welcome back to another home workout. Guys, I'm very excited for this one. Jeremy is also very excited. He's on the floor. Starting off with the first movement, let's have a look. He's gonna reach back with his legs straight. He's gonna come up. And we call that a straight leg sit-up. And what he does here, he's actually not using any momentums, which is not a word, any momentum of the arms, because he has his arms next to his body. What he can do though, to make this slightly easier, is use the arms in like a swinging motion. But you want to go for the one that feels best for you, and you need to approach this as being a warm-up. So quality is key. Second movement, rotate to your belly. Have your arms spread out to the side like you're a T, legs together. Now from here, point your thumbs up to the ceiling, and now pull up your arms in the air, and then don't come back to the floor. So keep them slightly off the floor. We called it a T-raise, and we do the T-raise while we're on the floor to make it harder on not specifically the shoulder, but on as in the back of the body. We can also lift the legs off the floor. So we do T-raises in Superman. Beautiful way of taxing the shoulders and doing this without loading. I also don't want you to use loading here. Nice, Jeremy. Now, the third movement is actually a mobility exercise, which is the child's pose. Can you face me, please? Good. So he's going to go on the knees and on the ankles there. He's going to have his knees slightly outwards from the hip joint angle. He's going to have his butt all the way back and down. Can you push your butt all the way back to the floor, Jer? Reach back and down. Good. Arms on the floor, and he's just sitting here. He's pushing his hands into the floor. He's driving his butt back and down as far as he possibly can. And he's going to do this for a certain duration, which I'll explain to you guys in just a second. All right, let's take a break. And let's come back with all of you in one black screen now. All right, from black screen to white screen to sunscreen, Jeremy's on the floor, starting off this warm-up with you guys. 5 minutes for quality of 6 straight leg sit-ups, 9 floor T-raises, oh, thumbs up, 9 floor T-raises, and a 20-second child pose. You ready, bro? I can see you are. 10-second countdown. And again, it is a warm-up. You cannot win it, but you can add lots of quality to your training session. There we go. That is nice. Good. Look at him go. Reaching forward, curling up from that hip, getting up as high as he possibly can. Nice. So he was not using the arms there as a swinging momentum, which he actually is allowed to do, but he's going for not the easy way out, but Jeremy always aims for the hard way to success. Yeah, you guys got that right? I said it. It's the hard way to success. That's the road he travels. Reaching back with the hips, knees outwards, pointing from that hip joint angle, arms pressed into the floor. Child's pose. He is in his head now, counting to 20. Because it is a pose, a slow mobility stretch here, you can count slowly. Like count the amount of breaths you're taking. Breathe into the nose. Breathe out through the nose. Eat your honey. Bye. Time to get your mobility groove on. Yep, you heard it here. First, it's going to be 8 intervals of 45 seconds of work with not 15 seconds of rest, but 15 seconds of transition time between the intervals, which you can consider rest, but I don't want to look at it that way because everything here has a reason. Now, first 2 intervals will be doing the pigeon stretch. Then interval 3 and 4 will be to thread the needle. So we work hips and we work shoulders. And then we'll do 2 loops of that in total. Jeremy's going to do 1 loop with you guys, starting off in 10 seconds. If you have no clue what the pigeon stretch actually is, look at him. This is your pigeon. So bottom of the front leg is going to be pressed on the floor. Knee and ankle are actually pretty good in line here. Now what Jeremy has, he has his shoulders and hips squared, which means they're in the same line and angle. His hips are not tilting to the side. His shoulders are not tilted to the side. And he's having his back knee pressed away from the hips as far as possible. Three, 2, 1. All right, that was your first interval. Now you have 15 seconds to switch to the second one, which is going to be pigeon on the other side. So when you position yourself, he's in at 90-90 now. He's going to press his back knee backwards. And again, so hips and shoulders are squared. Front knee and ankle on the floor. If it hurts the knee, you can pull in the front leg or the front foot a tiny bit towards your hip. Makes it a tiny bit easier. You can either do it leaning forward or sitting upright. It does change the dynamic of the stretch a tiny bit, but whatever feels best for you is the one I want you to do. Yeah, and breathe like Jeremy's doing. That really helps. Yeah, back knee is pressed properly backwards, like what I see. 10 more seconds, and then after that, we're going to move on to the shoulder griddle. Every time I say shoulder griddle, I have to think of a bear, but that's a grizzly, so that's very weird. So we go underneath here, hands on the floor. Now what he's going to do first is going to have one arm reach forward, further away from the shoulders on the floor. Push it on the floor. Oh, dat is ook goed. Ja, prima. Reach down and good. Press that shoulder down into the floor. Good. Now the other arm can go slightly more forward. There we go. That's good. Thread the needle. So it's actually, he's rotating from the spine as well, which is nice. You hear a couple of cracks in that lower back. And it's also warming up that shoulder, prepping it for action. And today's workout, ladies and gentlemen, is all about action. We're going to do thrusters with the band. First time we ever did that movement, we had Fred and Cecily doing it, and they both hit their butt with the band. So I'm going to hope Jeremy's going to keep his heels in the floor in the band thrusters today. That would really help him. So he's got 8 more seconds on this right side. And he's going to get up, shake it off for a second, moving on to the next one. There we go. Shake it off for a second, or just stay there. That's a good shake off. Up, shoop, up, shoot up. Shake it off. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up. And look at it. He's following his hand with his side. Isn't that just beautiful? Wow. So nice. That was one round. We'll meet you guys back after the round after. I'm going to do a couple more rounds because this feels so good. Oh. Alright, so let's have a look at the 3 movements that together are going to combine a very spicy, not little, but big type of workout that we have for you guys in store. Jeremy has the band already underneath his feet. He's going to have it in his front rack. And from there, he's going to squat down, come up, and press overhead. Now, I call this the flat foot thruster because if you let your heel pop off, which we often tend to do with thrusters, you're going to hit yourself with the butt with the band. Here we go. That's a nice little thruster here. It's not a fast thruster like normal. The explosive element is actually taken out of the thruster. It's a slower squat plus press type of movement. If you have an injury, guys, stay there for a second chair. Let's say you cannot squat. Today we simply opt for a shoulder press. We're not going to go for a very dynamic and explosive movement. We go for just a shoulder press. But if you cannot go overhead, but you can squat, you do a front squat. Here you go. And you still keep the band there. So the first two movements do have a band. Guys, these are injury options, okay? We're trying to do thrusters here. Yeah, stay sharp. Second movement here is going to be bend over row. So you're going to just keep your feet on the band. You're going to grab the band nice and low so you have proper tension. You're going to sit back, reach, pull the elbows up to the ceiling. Boom, get that back to work. Elbows, guys, are the thing you want to think of most. You pull those up into space, around and in line or above the upper body to get as much back work done as you possibly can. That's nice, yeah? Now you can ditch the band because now we're going to move on to the third movement. And the third movement is your classic, your favorite, your number one burpee. Can you give me 2 burpees? Regular ones. Jump back, jump up, clap. Jump back, jump up, clap. Now, scaling options for the burpee. I have 2 for you. The first one, we always go the either no apartment variation or the no jump. It's just a walking burpee. You ditch all forms of jumping. You step back, you come down, you step up, you don't jump, you just clap. Here we go. The other one, oh, you're just going to go for all the reps here. Look at that. The other one would be, I can do that jumping stuff, but I cannot press because it hurts. It hurts the shoulder. It hurts the chest. It hurts the tricep. It hurts the wrist. It hurts the finger. It hurts my head. You do a kickback. Ow! It hurts. Maybe you should do a walking kickback. Do it. It doesn't matter how much pain you have, there's always a variation of the burpee you can do. So we have 3 movements. Which ones? We just showed you, okay? Now, the time frame is going to be 15 minutes. It'll be 12 of the band thrusters into 9 of the bend over rows into 6 burpees. Jeremy's ready. He's going to do a round with you guys. So all of you, tag along and start with us in 15 seconds. Again, flat foot burpee. Not the explosive fast one, but the slow one. It is now more a squat into press, actually, than it is a true thruster. Here we go. He's squatting, he's pressing. We call it a thruster. Give it a name you like. It does not have any carryover to thrusters with a barbell, though, if you look at the dynamics of the movement normally. Normally, we would say we actually press the bar overhead using the extension of the knee and the hip. Now it's more or less we stand up and then we press to allow our heels to stay on the floor. He's making 12 of these. After that, he's going to go into his hinged position, grab the band nice and low. That's very low. And he's going to start doing the bend over rows. Now, when he does bend over rows, he's not thinking about where the band is going to travel. He's thinking about where he should move his elbow. Because if his elbow goes along with the torso nice and high, while not changing torso positioning, he's going to get big range of motion off that band in there, which is going to help him to activate as much of the back as possible. Now, third movement, yours favorite, is going to be the burpee. 6 reps. Now, this will make the workout interesting with all the tight band stuff, because this will, as you guys know by now, get your heart rate up and probably allows you to do approximately, and that's going to be the goal. Let's see if we can do 10 rounds of this in total. Now, Jeremy did this in under 90 seconds, but maintaining this pace will become pretty hard. So let's say 90 seconds a round, 10 rounds would make 15 minutes. Good luck with that. And guess what? We'll see you back tomorrow for the last one.